In a peaceful village of Ukpo in Anambra State, lived a man named Okoro, a wealthy and hardworking farmer. His joy and pride was in his only daughter, Obiageli. Since she was the only child and her mother had passed away when she was just a baby, Okoro showered her with so much love, attention, care, most importantly, food. "Eat, my daughter. You are the reason I work hard," Okoro would always say as he ordered his farm workers to bring her the finest yam, plantains, coconuts, and bushmeats. "Daddy, I want coconuts. Daddy, I want banana. Daddy, I want roasted yam." These were the words Obiageli repeated every day, and without hesitation, her father fulfilled her every wish. She ate without control, growing bigger and thicker each passing year. By the time she reached secondary school, Obiageli had become the biggest girl in the village. She tried to live happily, but the villagers never let her be. They laughed at her size, mocked her when she walked past, and even gave her a cruel nicknames. Obiageli would run back home, sit outside her hut and cry and cry and cry her eyes out. At the end of the day, she would serve herself a big bowl of food, eat and eat until she gets tired and then sleep. Obiageli had a secret obsession: slim men. She loved them so much that each time she saw a tall, slim, muscular man with six packs, she would chase after him, declaring her love. "Hey, my fine slim bubble, I like you. Please be my husband," she would say. The men always laughed at her in her face. "Obiageli, you and I? How? We don't match. Maybe if you were slim like me, I would have considered it." Despite the constant rejection, Obiageli never gave up. She even started gifting the slim men farm produce, bags of yam, ripe plantains, fresh palm wine, and even bushmeats. They accepted the gifts but still rejects her love. Each time, she would go home crying. One day, as she sat in front of her father's house, tears streaming down her face, her best friend Ada arrived and saw her. "Obiageli, why are you crying again?" "Ada, no man wants me. All the slim men I love reject me. What do I do?" Ada sighed and placed her hand on her friend's shoulder. "Maybe you should start exercising. If you lose some weight, maybe those slim men you like will start noticing you." She told her to always come to the village field every morning as early as 6:30 a.m. for the early morning exercise. 6:30 what? For exercise? Obiageli's eyes widened in shock. "At that time, that's when I'll be enjoying my early morning sweet sleep. No, I can't. In fact, I don't want to exercise," Obiageli replied Ada almost immediately. "But Obiageli," Ada pressed on, "it is fun, and also there are lots of fine slim guys at the village field every morning. If you come, you will get to meet them." The moment Obiageli heard a lot of fine slim guys, she jumped up. "Why didn't you say so earlier? I will be there tomorrow." The next morning, Obiageli woke up as early as 5 a.m. She took her bath, powdered her face, and put on her best dress. She pretended going for the early morning exercise, but deep within her, she is not going for the exercise, but for the slim men Ada told her about. "Oh, I can't wait to see them and eventually get married to one of them, she said to herself. She was so happy and waited for Ada to come get her to the exercise spot. When Ada arrived, she frowned. Obiageli, this is not an exercise outfit. I am fine. Like this. Let's go before the slim guys leave. Obiageli replied Ada. And with that, they hurried to the field. Obiageli was wowed by the kind of guys she saw there. They were all slim, tall, with six packs. Her mouth dropped open. Everywhere she turned, she saw tall, handsome men with well-built bodies. It was like she was in heaven. But as soon as they noticed her, they all burst into laughter. At first, Obiageli thought they were all laughing because they are happy to see her. But with time, it was obvious to her that they were all making jest of her. Is she really here to exercise or to eat? Maybe she came to see if there is free food. The slim men said among themselves and burst into laughter. Obiageli's excitement turned into shame. She ran home very sad, thinking of what to do to win one of the slim men's heart over. The next morning, she prepared a delicious pot of egusi soup with plenty of bushmeat. She planned carrying it to the field, hoping the men would admire her cooking skills. When Ada came and saw her, she burst into laughter. Obiageli, what are you doing? Ada asked in disbelief. I am using food to win love, Obiageli announced proudly. Guys in the field don't eat heavy but healthy, Ada said, but Obiageli refused to listen. When she arrived at the field, she sat beside her pot of food, waiting for the men to approach her. When the men saw her, they laughed even harder. We are here to lose weight, not to eat fattened food, one of them said jokingly. Obiageli ended up eating her food all alone that day, with no one showing interest in her nor her food. She was so heartbroken as she ate her food alone. The next day, she decided to follow Ada's advice. She changed her strategy and brought only plenty of fruits and water. This time, the slim men gathered her, ate everything and left. She was so happy. At least today was better. This continued every day until one day, one of the slim men walked up to her. Obiageli, why do you keep bringing us fruits? She smiled shyly. No reason. Listen, the man said sternly. If you think bringing fruits will make us like you, you are wasting your time. We don't like fat women. Look around you. We are all here to keep fit because we definitely don't like fat. Therefore, we can't go for fat women. Your coming here is a good choice, but if you are serious about getting slim, then exercise properly, eat healthy, and stop chasing us. And with that, the slim man stood up and left. Obiageli felt like the ground should open and swallow her. She was very sad. As she sat there in shame, a chubby man with a very big belly approached her. Hello, beautiful, he greeted. Obiageli blinked. Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am Ade. I am new in this village and I have been admiring you. You are so beautiful. For the first time in her life, someone called her beautiful. No one has ever told her that before. She smiled shyly. I am Obiageli. The two started talking and became friends. Ade shared his story of being mocked in his own village, which made him left and relocated to her village. He told Obiageli he had been seeing her for some time now and has fallen in love with her. They bonded, became good friends and started dating. One day, Ade traveled to his village to visit his mother and returned with a very expensive slimming tea. He handed her the tea. Here, Obiageli, I want you to be happy. So, take this. It will help you lose some weight. And Obiageli took it with so much excitement and consistency. Over time, she slimmed down and became the most beautiful woman in the village, with a very good figure-8 shape. People in the village were amazed at her new look. Every man wanted her for marriage, both the rich and the poor. The slim men she once chased began chasing after her. She was the talk of the village and other girls became jealous of her. Obiageli was so happy and would always dance everywhere she goes. Even under the rain, Obiageli would dance. She started feeling on top of the world. Obiageli, her father called her one day. You need to get married. I need to start seeing my grandchildren. Obiageli promised her father she would pick her groom soon. As she sat on her bed in her room to think about what her father told her, she remembered Ade, who had always been there for her. No, I can't marry Ade. He's not from this town. And he's even fat with big tummy. I have always wanted a slim, cute guy, which I can get now that I am looking very beautiful. Eventually, she chose the most handsome of them all, Chinedu, and they got married. The wedding was the talk of the town, and the news circulated the village. Ade heard about the wedding and was heartbroken. He rushed to confirm from Obiageli, who treated him badly by shouting and calling him fat, short and ugly. Ade got very sad and left the village to his own town. After the wedding, Obiageli became pregnant and stopped taking the tea. She ate everything in sight and gained weight again. Chinedu was so furious and very angry. I married a slim woman. What is this? My love, I was always like this. It was the tea that made me slim. So you tricked me. I should have known better that your slim stature was fake to deceive me to marry you. Now your real self is showing. I am so no longer interested in you because what I saw that made me marry you, I see no more. I don't like fat women. I can't love you anymore, Chinedu would always say to Obiageli. Chinedu started maltreating her, calling her fat, chasing after other younger, slimmer women. He got irritated by everything she does and would shout at her at every given opportunity. Obiageli would cry and cry every night. After giving birth, she became even more bigger. One day, Chinedu looked at her and said, if you stay in this marriage, you are on your own. Heartbroken, Obiageli packed all her things and returned to her father's house. She stayed there, regretting her choice of marriage. Ade visited the village and decided to check on her. He heard what happened and went straight to her to console her. Obiageli was happy to see Ade.
Ade, I was a fool. She wept. I should have chosen you.
Ade sighed. Marriage is more than looks, Obiageli. I loved you for your heart, but you wanted vanity. Marriage is far more than beauty. Physical appearance may fade. So, when choosing a partner, you have to choose wisely. I loved you whether you were fat or slim then because I loved your heart and your kind gesture towards others. But you rejected me because I was fat. Now let me reintroduce myself to you. I am Adewale, the son of a billionaire. I came to your village in search for true love, thereby hiding my true identity. I can get any girl of my choice, but I chose you. The slim tea I gave to you was specially produced for you from Korea because I saw how badly you wanted to get a slim stature and I wanted you to be happy. But after everything, you turned against me. But I have forgiven you.
I am sorry. Please, is there still hope for us?
Obiageli asked hopefully. Ade smiled sadly. I came here to invite you to my wedding. I am marrying your friend Ada. She accepted me for who I am and I love her too. Obiageli felt the words spinned around her.
No, not Ada.
But it was too late. That day, she learned a painful lesson. Choose love wisely because beauty fades, but true love lasts forever. True love is not based on physical appearance. Obiageli rejected Ade because of his size, not realizing that he truly loved her. In the end, she lost a man who cared for her while chasing after men who never valued her. Marry for character, not just looks. Chinedu married Obiageli for her temporary beauty, but when she gained weight, his love disappeared. A lasting marriage is built on love, respect, and character, not physical attraction alone. Vanity leads to regret. Obiageli focused on attracting slim men rather than self-improvement. She changed her appearance for others instead of for herself, which led to heartbreak when her true self resurfaced. Lastly, self-worth is not determined by people's opinion. Obiageli allowed mockery and societal pressure to shape her choices. She lost herself trying to please people who never truly cared for her. This story teaches us to value true love, appreciate those who genuinely care for us, and understand that physical beauty fades, but a good heart lasts forever. My name is Kachi. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Please don't forget to drop a comment, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to support us. Thank you so much and God bless. Bye.